Hey, what's going on, guys? About to do a little metal detecting at the place I call the Field of Dreams, which is that right there, which used to be a ranch back in the 1800s. And as some of you have seen by my post, I have upgraded from the Bounty Hunter Sharpshooter 2 to the Garrett 400. And I am absolutely loving this machine. It's incredible. So I'm still on a learning curve with it, but it works great. I got my bag here with a nice foldable shovel, and I got my little digger, and then 2 pin pointers and a cat's paw. So I'm gonna head over to where I'm gonna dig, and unfortunately I cannot find my GoPro bar mount type thing, because I was gonna mount it just right on the detector. So I'm gonna go with electrical tape today and see how that works out. And I'm also not sure if it's going to affect the detector at all. I wouldn't think it would, as long as it's not by the coil. So we'll check it out here. Like I said, all this used to be a ranch in the 1800s, and even where you see those buildings across the street, this street that crosses here was actually further over, and so the ranch extended out into the street. So where this big tree is would have been the main house of the ranch, and then off to this side here were some buildings. And this is where I found the pocket watch, the kerosene lamp. The old lock was found down the hill, way down there. There also used to be a railroad track that ran through here, because they used to farm sugar beets here, and this is in Huntington Beach, California, but back then it was called Wintersburg, California. And it was all peat marshland, and they really couldn't grow much other than the sugar beets. So they had a railroad line that would run in here, and the Holly Sugar Company would take the sugar beets and process them. And so they would load them onto the rail, take them right down the street to the Holly Sugar Plant, and that's what they would do with them. So I'm going to see if I can rig you guys up on the detector, and then get going here while I've still got good daylight, because the mosquitoes come out here like crazy at night. Last time I came here at night, I got killed, and I didn't wear any mosquito protectant, so I don't want that to happen today. But I'm going to see if I can get you guys on the detector here and see what we can find. Alright guys, so hopefully you can hear me. I'm getting a really good ring here, right around 55 to 65, but it kind of jumps to 72, so it's a little sketchy. I know there's some iron here, and I do have iron audio on, but see if I can pinpoint this, which is the pinpoint feature on this machine is great. So right here looks to be the center of where I'm finding that. And I'll just double check the signal. Well, that one seems to be more iron. So that's our good tone there. It says about 4 inches down, so I'm going to turn it off while I dig this here, and then if it's something worthwhile, I'll show you guys. Alright guys, hopefully you can see me here, but I just got done digging that hole and it looks like we've got an old hinge. And you can see where the bolt pin would have gone through here, and this would have been the hole side, and then the other side of the hinge would have latched into here. So kind of a cool find. I don't always get super excited about iron unless I can make out what it is like that. I did dig a nail too. I've dug way too many nails here. What's funny though is I didn't really get an iron signal on this. It kind of bounced all over the place, but it never really hit down in the iron zone. So I don't know, that's interesting, but cool find for sure. So I'm gonna keep going, and if there's anything else, I'll show you guys. Alright guys, so I got you pretty precariously balanced here using my shovel. But in this here, I'm getting a nice hit right around in the, oh, there you guys go, 50 to 60 range. So I'm not quite sure what it is yet, but I figured we would check it out together if I can get my detector to stand still here. It seems to want to slide around right now. Alright, cool. I think I got you guys there. And there you guys go again. Okay, so hopefully you guys will stay up long enough to see if we can find out what this is. I'm curious because that's it's a decent range. Oh, there it is right there. What are you? Be something good. And it's a pull tab. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Well, I guess I'll add that to the collection of about 1,000 of these. Oh well, I was hoping in that range we'd be getting something better. I did find a old piece of brick tile though from that structure when I was digging that last hole where I found that hinge. So that's kind of cool. I mean, every part that carries some of the history to it is pretty neat to me. But bummer. I hope we had a better hit. And I know I don't really have to say it in the group, but because most of you know that. But for people watching on YouTube, you guys are digging holes, especially in somewhere like this. This is a city park. Actually, where you're digging holes anywhere, make sure you're doing the plugging, and you can leave as minimal a trace as possible that you dug there. And you can see if you do that, you can hardly even tell that that was dug, and that's what you want to do so people don't get mad. Alright, well, I'm gonna move on, see if we can find something better. Like I said, I found so many great items in here that I know there's bound to be tons more. I mean, I'm so happy with the hinge, but I'd like to find something that is not iron, or even an old coin would be cool. But it's only my third day on the machine, and the first day I didn't really put much time on it, so I don't have a ton of experience with it yet. Still getting the learning curve down, but I love it. So if I find something else, I'll turn you guys back on. I think I'm getting really low on batteries, so I'll see you guys if I find something. Alright guys, so I'm back. Just got another target. This one rang right around 70, and as I'm starting to dig it, I find this small piece of what looks like a mason jar. It has either some writing or some detailing that was part of it right here, and you can see the lip right there on it. So that's a good sign in the hole as far as relic digging. I have not found the target yet, so we'll kind of go this together. And there's another small piece of glass. So I'm gonna go gentle now. We might have a bottle down in here. Looks like I'm seeing some rust, so I don't know. We might actually have a metal target or iron target here. Oh, there's another piece of glass. Interesting. A lot of glass coming out of this hole. What do we have? It's really hard dirt too, but now with all this glass coming out here, I mean, it's piece after piece. I don't want to dig too hard and break what remnants of a bottle may be here, because I dig the old glass as well. Let's see. Anything interesting there? Doesn't look like it. Hopefully you guys can see what's going on here. Hit something hard. That looks like a rock. Yep. Oh, this dirt is really, really hard. It seems that whenever I start finding these pebbles in these holes here, that there's usually some good relics in it. Find my pinpointer here. I still don't seem to be on whatever the metal hit was. This ground's getting really hard too. Interesting sound there. I just saw some more glass. That was a rock. Check with the pinpointer again. Got another piece of that jar or bottle. There's tons of it in this hole. And I wonder what's all buried down here. Still nothing yet. It's at about 4 inches, which is about where we're down to. That's some of the cement that would have filled the bricks. Whew, this one's hard to dig. Notice oh, see, we got another piece of glass there. I've noticed sometimes that depending on how the target's laying, I'll say it's at about
4 inches, and then I find it's more like 6, just because of the way it happened to be laying in the hole. I'm starting to see some iron staining, so I'm thinking this is probably going to be an iron hit. If I can make it down to this thing. Huh. Still not setting off the pinpointer though. Interesting. Make sure it's still recording. Alright, for the sake of saving battery, I think I'm going to turn you guys off until I actually find something here, because I'm having to go really deep. So if I find something, I'll come back to you guys. Alright guys, so I've about gone crazy now. Since the last time I saw you, I've been digging this hole for like 20 minutes. It's insane. Have you ever gotten one of those perfect tones and you, no matter what you do, you just keep digging and digging and digging and you can't find anything? That's how this one was. And then I moved some of the dirt out of the way and I went back in with my pinpointer and I finally found it. It's about 6 inches down and it was buried under this whole thing is part of it's hard to see, but it's all wood, and it's part of that old tree that's dead. But it was way up under there. I gotta dig back down to it, but you can see the wood's dead. But what I found is that. So that is an old zipper, and I don't know how far back zippers go, but it certainly doesn't look like a modern zipper. So I'm gonna have to do a little looking into it and see what I can find. Maybe try and date it. But I was absolutely going insane, and everybody probably thinks I'm insane right now because I'm talking to my metal detector because of the way you guys are taped on it. You can't even really see the camera. But so yeah, I finally found it. My back is killing me. But I was starting to think that Garrett maybe plays a little trick when you first get one of their detectors, and that like for a week somehow it signals like strictly on glass, because I've dug so much glass since I got this thing. Although I've dug some other cool objects too, and I dug a bullet today, and I'll show you that, guys, at home when I can get it under the light. It's a fairly old bullet. I don't know exactly how old, but I dug that at about 7.5 inches, and it was covered with grass and hard dirt. So in an area where there is no gun ranges or anything like that, and I mean, I'm in Southern California, and it's not a modern bullet, so it's got to be some sort of early period bullet. But I'm gonna call it a day now. It's getting that time here at this park where the mosquitoes start coming out, and they killed me last time, and I don't want to do it again. So I don't know, I'm probably going to come back out here tomorrow after work, but there's another park that I want to try too, by looking at some of the map overlays where I could see there was an old ranch at in late 1800s, early 1900s. So I'm going to check that out tomorrow too, depending on how much time I have after work. So I don't know, this is like the first digging video with my Garrett that I'm going to be posting on the group. Hopefully it's not super boring. I know I'm not popping Civil War stuff, but so anyway, I will see you guys later. Thanks. Alright guys, so I'm home, so thought I'd show you everything I found with the Garrett today. Is I didn't turn it on for every dig. You guys already saw the hinge. That's pretty cool. I found this really old bottle cap, and it was down about 6 inches, and it's got a little bit of writing and a hint of red right here. But the writing is in a different language. It's not Spanish. Kind of hard to make out what exactly the language is. I don't know, but nonetheless, interesting. Again, a bunch of glass. I don't know what's going on with the Garrett, but I've been finding all kinds of glass, and I showed you guys these as I dug them. A little piece of a watch band. Unfortunately, that was all I found of that. And then this is a pretty old bullet slug. It was down about 7.5 inches under grass and really hard packed soil. And mind you, I'm in Southern California, so you know there's no shooting that goes on here anymore other than gang related stuff, but that's not really near me. But this came off another place where the old ranch was. It looks like a single ring, so maybe a Colt round. I don't know if anybody has an idea. This, I don't even know what this is. It's kind of heavy. Obviously not that old. Maybe the top of a vape pen or something. I don't know. Couple pennies. Modern, no Wheaties, no nothing like that. 2 old nails. This is again one of those round nails that come to a point. So I don't know the date on them, but I know that they belong to that ranch that I've been working. And that's where the zipper pull came from too. And this was down pretty deep, 7.5 inches, and it was buried up under part of a dead tree. So it's definitely been down there a long time. I don't know the history of zipper pulls or how long they've been around. But I'm assuming it's probably part of the original ranch that was there in the 1800s and into the early 1900s. So see if I can do a little research on it and maybe find out some more. And then again, I found a piece of tile. Looks like maybe roofing tile or maybe even drain pipe, because I know they were using clay drain pipes back then. Then you got a couple, I don't know, those are probably from the 80s or something on the pull tabs, and then a little bit of one of the older ones. But yeah, that's what I found today. Nothing super exciting, although I think the bullet and the zipper pull are pretty cool. Super happy with the Garrett. I enjoyed the Bounty Hunter for a long time, and I found a ton of great stuff with it. But I'm super happy with the Garrett. So thanks for checking out my digs today. I'm going to be posting a lot more videos. My YouTube channel, I do a lot of gold prospecting too, and camping and all that kind of stuff, along with my metal detecting. So if you're into that, it's youtube.com/gogetitgold, or just type in "go get it gold," all one word, into YouTube, and check out my channel. I find quite a bit of gold. I found almost an ounce in the last almost 3.5 months. So if that's something that interests you too, check that out. And I love being part of the group, so thanks for watching, guys, and talk to you later.